Your breath controls your stress. Let's try something. I want you to hold your breath until I tell you to stop. If you are stressed or have anxiety, chances are your breathing is often stifled and shallow. Taking short, quick breaths is like sending a signal to your brain that something is wrong. In fact, research has shown that a state of anxiety can be induced in a person without any outside cause, just by instructing them to, okay, stop. How did that feel? If your anxiety went up, let's take some relaxed breaths together. I was saying that research has shown that a state of anxiety can be induced in a person without any outside cause, just by instructing them to take a series of short, quick breaths. Let's try it together. A series of short, quick breaths together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Whew. My heart rate went up. I'm betting yours did too. Amazing how powerful the breath is at influencing our mental state, huh? The good news is that we can take our breath off autopilot anytime we wish and induce a state of calm just as easily as we induced a state of stress a moment ago. This time, by taking long, deep breaths. We've all enjoyed that before, haven't we? Okay. Today, let's take a look at the science behind taking our breath off the autopilot when we are stressed and learn 4 amazing breathing exercises for becoming the master of what messages we send our bodies. When we were holding our breath, was it hard for you to hold your breath for so long? What feelings came up for you? We hold our breath when we are afraid, don't we? We hold our breath when we're in danger. We gasp for air when we are shocked or startled. We take short, sharp inhales when we are frustrated or angry. These breathing cues inform our brain about what sort of chemicals to release into our systems. When our breath cycle is left on autopilot, it will reflect our perceptions of the world around us. If we are cruising down the road with the windows rolled down, a smile on our face, singing our favorite song, our exhales become longer and slower. Our souls expand and our vibrations raise higher, and the vibration of the music raises higher. Our brain recognizes our breathing patterns to indicate that all is well, and it releases feel-good hormones into our system that promote a sense of focused calm. If we are running late for work, stuck in standstill traffic with our minds filled with difficult narratives about making a bad impression, our inhales and our exhales become short and sharp. Our body and our brain responds by activating our fight or flight mode, perceiving our negative experience as potentially life-threatening. Our souls contract and our vibration lowers. The result is a chemical flood of adrenaline and cortisol that fuels the stress and anxiety in our body. The good news is that we can override the autopilot system of our breath at any time to stop the flood of the anxiety-induced stress hormones. We can use our breath mindfully to activate the release of the feel-good hormones, even when we are in the midst of chaos. It takes practice, but the payoff is well worth the effort. Let's take a look at 4 of the most popular breathing exercises right now. I'll demonstrate them with you, and you can try them along with me to get a feel for which one you like the best. First, let's talk about abdominal breathing. Let's quickly go over exactly what it means to deep breathe. Deep breathing is also known as abdominal or diaphragmatic breathing. Our diaphragm is a muscle located under our stomach that expands when we send our breath deep down into our core and retracts to help slowly pushing all the air out. When taking a deep breath, the stomach should rise the inhale and fall with the exhale. Shallow, stress-induced breathing seldom moves the stomach at all, but instead passes only through the chest. When we aren't used to abdominal breathing, it can feel a little bit like exercise, but it's interesting to note that once we fall into a deep sleep and release all the stress from our bodies, we automatically begin abdominal breathing. Just keep practicing, and soon it will become second nature. Okay, so I want you to sit comfortably wherever you are and gently position one hand here just below your rib cage and place the other hand on your heart. I'm going to do it the other way around. Inhale and exhale slowly through the nose. And for now, just observe how your stomach and your chest move when you breathe. Now, let's breathe in. Now on your next inhale, I want you to focus on allowing your stomach to expand while allowing your chest to keep relatively still under your right at the end of the inhale. The chest is the last thing to fill up. Now purse your lips and exhale through your mouth and try to engage your stomach muscles, using them to push it all out, every last sip of air. And then through the nose, inhale again, expanding first the stomach and then the chest. Awesome. Okay, we are off to a great start today. Abdominal breathing is a cornerstone for almost every breathing exercise. When practiced 2 to 3 times daily for up to 10 minutes, abdominal breathing can become automatic because, as I mentioned, it's the way our body naturally breathes on its own when we are in a deep sleep, uninhibited by our stress and our anxiety. Now, let's try square breathing, also known as box breathing. This technique is used by Navy SEALs to improve focus under stressful situations. Box breathing is an excellent way to quiet the mind and train your breath. It's also known as square breathing because the exercise has 4 steps and each step takes 4 seconds. Aligning the breath to a count of 4 is great for focusing the mind on something uncomplicated while breathing intentionally. Okay, so take a second to make sure you're in a comfortable position. Again, shut your eyes and simply observe your natural breathing pattern for a few breaths. Okay? Now, on your next inhale, slowly count to 4 as you sip air in through your nose. 2, 3, 4. At the top of your breath, calmly hold your breath for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Then release your breath for the same count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. It is recommended that you try doing this exercise for at least 5 to 10 minutes at a time. But if you only have 2 minutes to spare, you can still experience the relief from using this exercise wherever you find yourself throughout the day. Now, we are going to try one more breathing exercise, alternate nostril breathing. Okay, so this is a breathing exercise that originates from the Ayurvedic yoga, and it can keep the onset of panic attacks at bay. This exercise is a very therapeutic and effective way to soothe daily agitation and frustration. It's definitely recommended that you refer to a guide video to really get this technique down before practicing this one on your own. But I'm here, so we are going to try it together. For this exercise, you sit down in a comfortable position again with your spine in a neutral alignment. And it's nice to have a couple of tissues nearby, just in case your nose runs. Okay, here we go. Start by simply resting your left hand in your lap and use your right thumb like this to gently close your right nostril and inhale slowly through only your left nostril. Observe the feeling of the cool air traveling up into your nasal cavity. At the top of your inhale, release your right nostril and once again, use your thumb to close the left nostril and then exhale that nice warm air from your right nostril. Now, this practice is deeply meditative and is really great for achieving a state of calm. It can take a bit more practice than some of the others, but it is very powerfully effective for raising vibrations. And it's recommended that you repeat it for up to 10 cycles. Wow. You did so good, and I'm so proud of you for wanting to learn more about these natural and effective ways for lowering stress and raising your vibrations. When we take our breath off autopilot and intentionally activate deep breathing, we stop the flow of chemicals that can feed and fuel stress and anxiety. I hope you find these simple, actionable exercises helpful on your journey towards stressing less and enjoying life more. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the button and let me know in the comments. That would bring me so much joy. And as always, remember, love is spirit and spirit is love. Namaste.
Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll enjoy. Namaste.